Thank you. How many of you have ever wished you had a superpower? Like maybe when you were a little kid, you just always saw superhero movies, wish you had a superpower. No. What if I told you we all do have a superpower? We just don't really know it that way yet. It comes out in very trying times, and the power that I'm talking about is the power of grit. Now, in order for you to understand a little bit more about grit, I will define and explain some characteristics that I think are very important for grit. Now to start, like a definition of grit from the Merriam-Webster dictionary would be having courage and resolve, or in other words, like a strength of character. If I were to put it in my own words, I would tell you that someone who has grit has the ability to see that light at the end of the tunnel. They're going to be able to push past their perceived breaking points and accomplish some kind of great goal or task that they have. Grit is the key that separates a successful person from someone who's unsuccessful. Now, one characteristic of grit that I think someone definitely should have is a good work ethic, and I can't think of someone who has a better work ethic than this guy right here, J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt is a defensive end for the Houston Texans. He's been Defensive Player of the Year a number of times, and he's a beast, put it like that. He excels because of grit. He excels because of his work ethic. I don't know if you guys follow the NFL like I do, but J.J. Watt was injured this season so bad he was out for 13, 14 weeks and had to get back surgery. Now this is a guy that works out 3 times a day. He consumes 10,000 calories just to keep his weight on, so he can be at his peak physical place. When he was hurt during his rehab, J.J. Watt was quoted saying, I couldn't work out, I became the best damn walker I could be. He actually walked 12 miles a day just because he couldn't do anything else. That is work ethic. That is grit. That's what I call controlling what you can control. He couldn't control that he got hurt. He could control that he was able to walk 12 miles a day instead of squat 800 pounds a couple times. Now, a non-example of grit would be like you're slacking off because you're tired, or you saw a friend do it, so it must be okay, right? As college students, we've all had a time where we've wanted to miss a class or we've skipped a class. I've done it multiple times. And it seems okay because maybe your friend did it, your classmate did it, it's fine. I have participation points, I can miss a couple classes. But people with grit are not easily discouraged or distracted by what other people are doing. They control what they can control. They do the little things every day so they can be a better version of themselves today than they were yesterday. Now, the next thing that I think really makes someone who has grit is mental toughness. There's going to be a point in your life where you feel lost, broken. You don't know where else to go. You feel like you failed. For me, it happened last year when I was a freshman here. I came in, it was my first time not starting on a varsity football team in 4 years. Girlfriend of 3 years broke up with me the day we started college. And my grandpa, who I was very close with, passed away later that month in September. It was just not a good year. I was in a very dark place. But, you know, after talking to my coaches, after talking to my family, my friends, I came back to Ambrose, and I didn't want to my spring semester. I was going to drop out. I failed a couple classes and didn't want to come back. But I kind of found that grit, what I call the mindset, where you kind of tell yourself, I will not break, I will not fold, because that's life. I mean, you got to get past stuff like that. There's a quote that I love from Sylvester Stallone and Rocky Balboa is, how hard can you get hit and keep moving forward? You know, life isn't always the good stuff. There's a lot of bad. And people who are successful, looked at as successful, people we want to be, are able to get past their failings because they can keep moving forward. They don't go backwards. Now, a non-example would be like giving up, giving in. And I couldn't really pick a good example for that because you just don't remember people that give up. You don't. They're not remembered. You only remember the people that pushed through, kind of tried their hardest. And I kind of thought about Tom Brady. He got his starting job taken away from him as a senior in college, trying to go to the NFL. fell down to the 7th round, basically told that his hopes and dreams of being an NFL quarterback were crushed. Like, you're a 7th-round draft pick, you're never going to start, good luck making a team. Well, you guys know how that turned out. He's a pretty successful guy with 5 Super Bowls. So if success was easy, we wouldn't know what unsuccessful is. It wouldn't be it. Everybody would be successful. And, you know, the difference is grit. You need grit to be successful. And that kind of changes me to my next point here of how do you trigger that grit? And this is the most important characteristic, I think. It's knowing your why. Now, people don't really know, like, what's a why? What do you mean? What is that? Well, why do you get up in the morning? Why do you get up? Why do you sacrifice what you sacrifice? Deal with the bullshit you got to go through every day. Why is it worth it? You know? Why? Why is it worth it? I'll kind of tell you my why. I don't really like to talk about it just because I don't know anyone that well in this class. It's hard for me to get personal. And, you know, my why is like my dad growing up didn't really have a lot. He came from a very poor family. Parents got divorced when he was in middle school. Brother was kicked out of the house for drug problems. His sister ran away. He was in middle school. But, you know, he kept his head down, worked hard, put himself through college, and provided everything for me and my family that we could ever want, something that his parents weren't able to do for him. And that's my why. I want to be able to do that for my family one day. That's why I get up and go to class. That's why I stay up till 1 in the morning finishing the speech, because I want to get a good grade. That's why. Pat Hill is a psychologist at Carleton University. He studied the effects of someone who knows their purpose, knows their why. And he found that there's actually a 15% lower death rate for people that know their purpose, feel like they have a direction in life. He was quoted as saying, "Your purpose is the compass or the lighthouse that provides direction in your day-to-day life." You know, a non-example of knowing your why, not knowing your why, would be like, don't see the work. You don't see the importance of doing the little things. It just doesn't make sense for you to give your effort, try at all. And that's just because you can't see the big picture. You don't know why I get up at 8 o'clock to hit that class. You don't know why I'm going to night class. So that you can get that job, provide for your family, find your why. I had a coach that used to say to me, I always had problems in like foreign language. Spanish is not my cup of tea, but you know, you got past it. He always used to say, let your love for football outweigh your hate for Spanish. Don't skip Spanish and fail Spanish and let that hurt your football. Don't ever let something that you hate impact something that you love. It's as simple as that. That is grit. Now that you have a better understanding of what grit is, I hope you all can be your own superhero and discover your superpower called grit. Having grit can improve your life substantially. And from everything that I've read, heard, even experienced, grit is nothing but beneficial. Every successful person has some form of grit, and grit can make people or it can break people if you don't have it. Next time you find yourself, down in the dumps, you feel like there's no way out, you don't see that light. Find your why, remember your grit, and you will persevere. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Thank you.